information, one observer ward, one TP that they scout out somewhere, and they're like, right, all of a sudden we have numbers advantage again. Back in and find these additional kind of straggler pickoffs. Draft now underway. Pangolier, the first ban, as Void Spirit moved out by Fly to Moon exceptionally well.
Also, they have Magnus players in their team. You know, they have Seb. Med1 also played a boss Magnus yesterday, so this is the hero to look out for. And Iceberg, he left his pub game. Like, I was, you know, just eating some cookies, getting ready for the game. And, okay, Iceberg, he's playing pub, and he had to leave. Didn't have enough time to finish it. Or give the enemy team enough time to finish it.
Yeah, then he joins the lobby, then we were waiting for OG to join anyway, so the mind games had already begun, forcing OG's turn to ban. Chantress, Nature's Prophet, getting rid of some of those kind of pushing heroes, or the heroes able to transition from a team fight into towers. Love that group up very early on. Batrider and Lycan being taken out though. I guess Batrider, one of the general specials, he's looked pretty good on that hero.
Whoa, they're afraid of always when a flies undying. I mean, you can joke around, but he had some really nice performance. Earthshaker it is, I believe, yes. Here we go. It's just a comfort pick, man. Soxa, I think he completely understands what this hero does. Like, what you need to be on with the Fishers. So it seems like this is gonna be the lane. Phoenix Clockwork, and they already know. Like,
so fast.
So
very fast. I was thinking maybe Rubik for Flight to Moon. You know, it's not banned out. It's something that they are, you know, pretty well versed in picking up that Rubik. But Clockwork Phoenix gonna be their opener.
Usually they play Clockwork as position 3,
10 seconds
so it
remaining.
could be a thing. They could swap things around. I've seen some position 5 Clockworks, but looks like it. Like, Earthshaker does not like to play into Clockwork. Has no escape mechanism. Just a rocket can scout him out, cancel his blink dagger, hook shot. He's gonna be the primary target. Mirana, like, you want to take another support who can get out of the cogs, so you're not threatened by the Clockwork. And also there's attack speed against the Phoenix set, which is pretty good. It could be Seb's Mirana, I believe, but they also might shift things around. It could be position 5, it could be mid, you never know with OG. Last time they played it, it was Seb on the off lane.
Not quite, no. And then, you know, able to kind of snipe out those catapults as well.
Yeah.
You know, that arrow. Slow down the pushes that can come in. So, Phoenix Clockwork, cogs with the Supernova, lots of little things in a team fight to really worry about and focus down. And yes, you've got attack speed from Mirana for sure. But team fights are going to be pretty chaotic, it feels like. And I guess Supernova also pretty good against Earthshaker, right? You mentioned the Rocket Flare being able to scout and cancel Blink Dagger. Supernova and all the AoE kind of spill damage from Phoenix does a pretty good job at that, stopping the Earthshaker counter initiation once he does have that Blink.
If you look at OG's bans throughout the last few days, like, they tend to ban these heroes that can play extremely fast and mess up with their timings. They don't want to get snowballed.
Or they pick them themselves, right?
Yeah.
Remaining.
We've seen them grab that Beastmaster for Seb quite often. Very good on it.
5 seconds remaining.
So FTM now to that third pick for them. You still have heroes, you know, like Grimstroke in the pool. Clockwork, like you're saying, is usually in the hands of General, could shift into the 4. We've got the Phoenix kind of 4 or 5.
Turn to pick.
It feels like they need, oh wow, a very early Queen of Pain pick.
Well, Queen of Pain was exclusively 9th, 10th pick hero. But now, like, we see it picked more often in the 2nd picking phase. The hero is that good.
Yeah, we've seen Alliance a couple of times, like first phase the Queen of Pain for Limp, just like, here you go, Queen of Pain. Especially when you've got that Phoenix on your team, right? Having that pushback on the Sonic Wave as another way to keep the egg alive.
5 seconds remaining.
Very handy. I wonder if they've maybe, you know, toyed or practiced with the idea of having Queen of Pain as like a 3. If this is, you know, Clockwork 4, Phoenix 5, put General on the Queen of Pain, you do technically have some flexibility with a co-op. You said we've seen some, you know, position 4 Queen of Pain as well, right?
Yeah, we did. We also saw Tinker position 4 by Yapsor yesterday.
Oh man, it's been a long time since I've seen that. Oh, we had we had Ducky back in the old
Yeah,
days.
I was about to say Misery and Ducky. Most of the people probably don't remember this, but it was a long time ago. I don't remember if it was Dota 1 or start at Dota 2, but they tried to play it. They played Broodmother, Tinker lane. Tinker was supporting Broodmother.
Exactly. Broodmother, Tinker. Out for OG, so potential mid laner, but also could be in the hands of Sumail. We saw that safe lane Lesh start to run around from a very early point in the game. Magic damage there, but you know, susceptible to maybe a Clockwork Blade Mail who can catch that Leshrac, isolate him, turn that damage back against him. And that gives you a great hero now to be able to turn these team fights, you know, Fissure into Arrow, Split Earth, you've got tons of stuns, lots of magic damage, and then the Edict to actually be able to take down towers.
OG's turn to pick.
There is the Rubik, finally comes out, so it does slot Clockwork into the 3, 5 Phoenix, and 4 Rubik. So we're looking for our V-Tune hero as the last pickup. I'm kind of feeling the Wraith King, you know, his classic Wraith King.
Well, they're preparing already, you know, Mana Burn, Naga Siren, Leshrac. That's a pretty good setup. Like just the Earthshaker. I mean, you have some nice spells to steal this game. Either you steal anything from Leshrac, Arrow, Fissure, Song after, you need to be careful.
10 seconds remaining.
So Song gonna be able to like, reset team fights if someone gets hook-shotted, cogsed up, Supernova comes down, you can Song, get people out of the trap, reset the fight, maybe take down the egg if you're able to do that as well. I mean, this... You know, we used to see that support Naga Siren. Nowadays, it really has just been position 1. But I expect, you know, OG are definitely capable of kind of putting this Naga in the support role.
I think they picked it here to, you know, kill some creeps. But it's definitely, like, position 4 Naga was very popular when Faceless Void was imbalanced. I don't remember how long that was ago, like 3 maybe years, 4, when Naga Siren, you just, you know, use a song and that's it. Chronosphere gone.
I remember like TI4 and TI5, you know, the crowd would always boo when Naga Siren was picked up. Yeah, used to be a crowd favorite to really hate that Naga Siren. Final set of bans now. FTM. Literally no idea. What are we looking for? Chen getting removed, so that, yeah, they're expecting the 1 Naga, Lesh 2, Naga Siren 1, Lesh in that mid role.
Vladimir has no tower damage whatsoever. Like, you need a hero that matches well against Naga Siren's farm. You can't play this fast. Like, you have a lot of kill potential, but you can't take the towers. You come close, Earthshaker's gonna Fissure, Mirana's gonna catapult, Arrow the catapult. You don't deal well with the illusions. Like, you don't have the tools to deal with it.
Where's Dragon Knight in this draft, honestly?
I was thinking about it, but then you're heavily committed.
For like an early tempo lineup, right?
Yes.
Then you're on a timer with that snowball. Scaling against like Mirana, Lesh, Naga as a tricore. They can scale pretty damn well.
It could still be position like 5 Leshrac. That everything's opened up for OG.
We could still see like a Luna come out for either of these teams as well. Gives them a fair amount of push with that Helm of the Dominator build.
OG's turn to pick.
Do ban the Wraith King in the end.
Radiant team pick.
Final pick from OG, Disruptor.
The combo. They were waiting for it. So Earthshaker 4, Mirana as your offlaner, Leshrac mid, and Naga Siren Disruptor on the safe lane. So what do they need? Like, they need a hero that deals well with Naga Siren. Anything that builds into illusions. You can't pick Phantom Lancer against Leshrac. You can't pick Slark. Maybe Troll. Maybe that's the hero to go for.
even picking like a Terrorblade or something looks pretty bad here as well. Like all the options have kind of been preemptively counteracted by OG. Very difficult. I think the troll. Looks like we're gonna get a life stealer for Fly to Moon. At least he's gonna be able to deal with some of this magic damage OG bring.
There's
Infest Bomb with Queen of Pain.
They have nothing that goes through Rage, not a single spell. But they can deal with the rest. I just don't feel like Lifestealer is that good, but that's gonna give them, you know, some tower damage. Unless he decides to go for like Radiance build, which I don't think it's the play here. Like you wanna come online as fast as possible, get that armlet, Deso, Heaven's Halberd build. It's very effective. It also opens up the Roche.
Maybe you think about like a Maelstrom or something in there against Naga Illusions, but I guess Queen of Pain and Rubik can handle them. Throne. So OG with the Naga Disruptor, and like they've got so much setup, right? They've got Ensnare and Fissure into Arrow, Song, Static Storm, Arrow, Split Earth from mid one's Leshrac can come out onto any of these setup stuns. Their team fight is pretty damn massive, and they've got good lanes. OG's draft looking pretty spot on. Flight to Moon, they've got a decent amount of team fight themselves, but it's going to be very reliant on General and Always Wanna Fly having good initiations with Hookshot, Supernova, setting up around choke points, and then of course Aloha Dance with the steals. He's got a lot of spells. Turn around to the face of OG. I mentioned that Queen of Pain for Iceberg with no relics. Queen of Pain, no relics unlocked. What's going on there?
Someone donate, please.
Please, and Sax. Oh no, it's guys Dota Plus. Let's get them some relics so we can track everything up. OG out onto the map. Sumail, Nagasara on top. Mid one on the Leshrac, of course, heading into mid with a Saxa, Earthshaker, Zed Marana, and No Tail picking up that Disruptor. Sage's Mask. As his first item at level 1. You're a big fan of that.
Best item in the game. 1 mana per region, that's 60 per minute, 120 per 2 minutes, pretty insane. And that's the extra, like you also have a natural mana regeneration.
Allowing to get some more Thunder Strikes out. FTM on the other side, Always Wanna Fly Phoenix. With Iceberg, Queen of Pain, and General Clockwork, they're all sitting mid, watching mid one as he dances around the Disco Pony. Oh. Fissure into Arrow doesn't connect. They do get the Fissure down and a Thunderstrike to follow. Always Wanna Fly, trying to cut through the trees. Actually, a little misclick there, it feels like, and First Blood spilled. He got caught up in the tree line, couldn't cut through straight away.
You don't even need the arrow. He got the First Blood, bought a couple of tangos, and the healing cell. Always Wanna Fly. Before the Horn already managed to die once.
Well, that's his usual strategy, that's his tactic. So yeah, Seb starting off with Blades of Attack, trying to rush into Phase Boots Bottle. Bounty Rune spawning up. Aloha Dance and General taking 2 of the western ones. Seb should be able to grab that kind of dire side of the map. Saxa going to be blocking up the wave. Now you've got that Deep Observer ward looking for Courier Snipes in the bottom lane. We'll see Always Wanna Fly with V-Tune coming down here. Phoenix and Lifestealer. Queen of Pain mid for Iceberg, and then top lane it is the Rubik Clockwork for Aloha Dance and General. Interesting. Now usually very good at trading hits with the opposing support, but Thunderstrike does so much damage that Rubik can actually struggle here.
You can't just use Fate Bolt if he uses Thunderstrike and keep hitting him. Thunderstrike is much stronger spell. Yeah, look at No Tail already putting a ton of pressure on him.
Where the difficulties lie, especially with Naga Illusions. The male having a pretty good start.
Saxa, where's the block? He's just going for the kill.
Radiant's speed has been killed.
Yeah. So they should know. Always Wanna Fly has 1 Sentry Ward. This is the usual OG's board. It's not closer to tier 1 tower, but closer to actually tier 2 tower, and it should get the board. It Always Wanna Fly in a bit of trouble. He always is. always in trouble.
He really is. Didn't have the arrow, unfortunately. Seb already having used it. Again, Saxa with such good movement as mid one, dropping very low, has the salve to fall back on. And that Shadow Strike, ticking very low.
Yeah, he needs to use salve to actually not die there. Medved is in trouble. He's sending the courier back. I think it would be much better if he died there. Now he's gonna die anyway, and already used the salve.
Yeah. Not an ideal situation. Berg getting that solo kill on the Leshrac. Very nice start for the Queen of Pain. Now Lesh, he's got 500 gold. He was trying to rush that bottle again. We'll be able to TP back to lane. Now he's full HP against Iceberg, who does need a little more CS to get his own bottle.
Too bad.
Advantage in the CS now, though. Aloha Dance. Once more, struggling to trade hits with No Tail top. Can't really contest the pull.
Oh, No Tail knows. He's also gonna upgrade Sage Mask. Rate of passive 1.4 mana regeneration. That's almost 3 mana per second.
Fisher, the Starstorm, enough to bring down Always Wanna Fly bottom. He is giving his life to allow V-Tune to continue free farming here. 16 on 1, having a pretty grand old time down south.
Another courier.
Exactly, finding another courier kill. FTM, got to be so wary about this. No Tail top. How long until Thunderstrike? 5 seconds. Doesn't have the mana for it though, and that's what Aloha Dance is playing around here. I think he does have that for hand. Two little couriers leaving the top lane as well. So mid one now with his bottle up. Queen of Pain also, but hers is empty. 20 seconds for those runes to come in. And look where No Tail's standing. He's already in position to collapse on that top rune to try and either give mid one the guaranteed refill or get a kill on the Queen of Pain, or both potentially. As Aloha Dance.
Yeah, why not make some stacks? Meanwhile, while he's killing it, picking up the rune, getting the bottle refilled for mid one, and it's gonna spawn on the bottom lane. So mid one with the regeneration rune, that's gonna help him a lot.
Yeah, Saxa was down there waiting for it. And both rune spots guarded by OG supports. Queen of Pain, even though she can blink to get these runes, just unable to because of OG's movements. Now up against the regen on the Leshrac. Can't really chip away at his HP, and he's gonna always turn around and heal back up. Everyone farming pretty well in this game. Clockwork 21-7. Arana 21-1, looking for that arrow. Always want to fly, side steps.
Queen of Pain is about to hit level 6. So she can make a rotation, need to be careful about not diving the tower. Seb even bought the bottle for himself, so they have extra sustain, arrow, Fisher, connects.
And it does this time. They've got to dive if Always Want to Fly. Not quite enough damage, down to 60 HP and forces the salve. Still good pressure from OG though. Keeping FTM on their toes. Is that phase boots now done? Yeah, Mirana up Lifestealer with his own. Trying to get out of sticky situation. Maybe he could have turned here to kill the Phoenix because there is no dive. Fiery Spirit's causing a few little issues, but the 6-minute rune's coming up, and that's what Saxa's kind of angling towards. Try and defend the action rune there for the Leshrac. First time, Sonic Wave Scream. Iceberg just straight up annihilates the Leshrac, and I was going to say, like, no one has vision on any of these runes, but Haste Rune spotted by the Rubik will refill Clock's bottle, and now she can think about rotating. Without Sonic Wave, you still have level 2 Scream. Could find a pick-off here or there. Haste Rune's such a good little grab there to get from one side of the map to the other.
When you're playing Queen of Pain, you want to get either Arcane Rune or the Haste Rune early on. so that you can gank the sidelines. Like you pop the Arcane Rune TP, lower the cooldown on it, and you want to pop that Sonic Wave. Even though he died twice, mid lane still, mid one still has just 5 CS, like the Queen of Pain. I mean, those denies don't really matter, you don't get gold for it anymore.
Yeah, it's like a 600 net worth difference though at 6 minutes.
Yeah, but because you died, he's 1 level ahead or below Queen of Pain. Rana now being on the mid lane.
It looks like Leshrac back in the jungle to try and make some stacks for himself. It's going to leave Earthshaker down bottom alone. Sansa dragging waves back. Has his Tranquils. Will start working on the Blink Dagger now. Top lane has been defended pretty well by Notel so far. The male 6, as is General's Clockwork, but the TP ready. Definitely looking out for that first hookshot play.
So far, so good. Fly the moon. Like the lanes are going well for them.
Good telekinesis. Arrow's going to force him to change his path, and there comes the Thunderstrike from Notel. Aloha Dance kind of tanks the gank there, make sure the Queen of Pain doesn't get picked off by a stray arrow of Seb. Looks like Disruptor going to move back, stack some camps. Oh, that space to farm.
Did you notice that mid one almost like never upgrades his circlets? This game, he's okay. He's gonna buy 1 Nolly.
Dire's middle tower is under
Look like that Void Spirit game he had. Oh, Seb. It's Iceberg and a Sonic Wave.
Radiant's top tower.
Iceberg just pops that illusion rune to get out of the Thunderstrike, but in comes mid one. The double hard out by the space for Iceberg, who puts back to the Fisher. Great play with a split Earth. OG. That's the setup we've been looking for. 3 heroes converging into Queen of Pain, and she's a big kill.
Yeah, how much gold did they get from it? 300 gold for mid one. Switching to network. Like, yeah, mid one recovered. Somehow he always manages to recover.
Off the back, like 1 kill. And it's like 260 experience. You know, half a level for all 3 of those heroes as well. Off for that Queen of Pain kill. In the meantime, Naga now farming jungle. This is what OG is so good at, mid one. Though he's going to get grabbed again. Telekinesis from Aloha Dance.
He'll get the kill.
They're clearing him up. With the Queen of Pain scream, they do get the trade back.
Suffer, fools.
I believe mid one is fine with that. There's no way he survives, so getting a return kill. I just want to check the timings. I've seen Sumail's Naga Siren. He did not pick up Diffusal Blade after Manta Style that 1 game. He went straight into Butterfly and into Basher. I want to see what the deal is going to be this game. He's playing against the Lifestealer, who's rushing for Radiance to have that miss chance and some extra damage against the illusions.
And he is having a free game. 1,000 gold saved up on VTune. 4.3k net worth, and TPing top now as he sees Naga and Leshrac both coming down here. Always want to fly Phoenix, still level 4, just a little bit. Try and get that supernova up. Top runes are DD, Seb facing off against Iceberg. Have 3 leaps and a couple of 1 charges. Sonic Wave's ready in a couple of seconds, but yeah, afraid of that Fisher coming in. Saxa was ready to fight.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is
lurking
under
around.
attack.
Hey, that mid lane. If he spots Set here, could be a tasty kill, and he's gonna go for it and misses. Oh dear. Catch us if you can.
That was the first hook shot of the game. Like, you know, I don't like certain heroes at certain positions, Gary. Like Clockwork as position 3. Yeah, sure, getting farmed. You know, he's tanky, 1500 HP. But what do you get as your items? You're missing on the map. Okay, you're probably ganking. He needs to play with the Queen of Pain. Like, that's the hero that Clockwork plays. In this game, it's very hard to, you know, make a rotation with just a Rubik or position 5 Phoenix. Always want to fly, really struggling in this one. Same old story.
Moonlight Shadow mid with mid one just edicting down the tower. Deny not coming. Iceberg looking to try for it. General Thunderstruck, but no glimpse, no tail. It does feel like you're saying, General and Iceberg have to play these assassins. Try and find chain of kills somehow. Good vision so far from FTM. Radiant Obs Ward scouting out in that jungle. You know, saw the Nagasar and now spots out Seb. OG have swung down south. Phoenix. Static Storm with Sumail's right click. Quite simple takedown there, but a hook shot in from General. This one lands. Sumail trying to get off the song. TP ready. Like, unable to really do too much about that.
They only got a position 5, but they made a rotation. The problem is Lifestealer is farming a bunch. Like he has Sacred Relic 12 minutes in, which is pretty impressive.
Yeah, they're looking for it. Always on a fly, dives in. Sunray and...
Is he gonna kill all with one of
Oh my god, is it good? No way. If Always on a fly dies there, just like the AoE Pulse Nova, that would have been amazing. Yet again, it's this mid one Lesh just diving in, chasing for kills. 12 minutes. Now they have even more setup. Earthshaker halfway to Blink. Mirana going Helm of the Dominator. Seems like Seb is a big fan of that item. Still waiting for Naga to build into Manta though. But this whole game, it feels like FTM, you know, the onus is on them. They're the ones who have to move out onto the map, find pickoffs, put the pressure on. Get this Lifestealer to his Radiance, which is now 1,000 gold away. They've left him alone top. There's no one here to react if VTune does get jumped on. Smoked up. Fisher Static Storm, so he can't rage. Tries to chase him down a bit. Sniper's Courier also. He does get the Infest off into a range creep. VTune getting caught by mid one though. Lots of magic damage spilling back into the Lifestealer, and there it is. Radiance delayed.
Even though arrow missed, they still managed to grab a kill. Like Lifestealer is very hard to actually grab a kill on, but no tail with the, once again, the very nice Static Storm.
FTM though finding mid one here potentially with a Supernova damager time for the Shadow Strike, and they also hook shot the Earthshaker, so Supernova lands. They protect the egg and a double kill for Iceberg. They lose their Lifestealer but immediately react, responding with 3 kills in a row of their own.
And that was a fight without Queen of Pain using her ulti. Level 1 egg, you need to be able to kill it. I'm not gonna say wasted, they used everything to get a kill on Lifestealer, which was a correct play. Iceberg with your Arcane Rune.
He does.
That should be a kill.
Trying here. Sonic Wave, but he yawls up from himself. That Fisher into Enchant. Saxa, oh, he doesn't have Echo Slam. He's going to try and give chase here. He doesn't get that Aftershock stun. And Iceberg, this Arcane Rune is causing so many issues for him. Valve up again, Queen of Pain back to pretty much full HP, jumping aggressively onto mid one. Dive from always on a fly, and General hook shot for 5 seconds. TP 7, Mirana coming into play, Saxa with another situation in. Mid one trying to get the split up, yaws up, he baited it. Now they catch the Queen of Pain, but she's still going to be able to take out mid one with Hell of Walls on a fly. My god, mid one's still alive! Fade Bolt does clear him up. Seb gets arrowed by the Rubik. In comes No Tail, and it is a massive brawl in this bottom lane, somehow around a tier 1 with no creep wave. Everyone diving in, looking for additional kills. And Clockwork dragged back into the Static Storm. A stun from the arrow comes through at the last second to cancel that TP.
Oh man, Queen of Pain with Arcane Rune, that's probably my favorite thing to have when either I'm playing it or when she's on my team. But if you see it like on the enemies, you're like, man, we can't really fight into this. Iceberg did such a good job. Also, he had the Trusty Shovel, so he digged up a couple of healing cells, blinked into a secret shop, swapped it in immediately, used it to heal up, and he almost survived there.
Yeah, he really did. But like looking at the post-fight recap, it's actually favored XP and gold-wise to OB. You know, Queen of Pain dying there definitely stopped her snowball. Yes, they got the kill on the Naga Siren, but Sumail now has Manta done, so it wasn't that much damage actually dealt his timing. I guess the main thing then for FTM is that they got the Radiance on Lifestealer. That had to have been their plan for that aggressive dive, in which it was, you know, quite even. Slightly favored and immediately smoking up with that Lifestealer Radiance. Then for Storm are losing the top and blink in. Iceberg jumping mid one. They get a good picture in kinetic field, but Saxa rips the Earthshaker limb from limb as the Leshrac, deep in between 5 Radiant heroes, also slain.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Lifestealer with the Radiance timing against Naga Siren with Manta Style. Like, she does not want to fight. When you get the Manta Style, it means, okay, we just want to, you know, hit some extra creeps until I get the next item. But Lifestealer is ready right here, right now.
And of course, Sumail. Arrow not going to connect with the hero, and Sumail just going to Song and TP as Seb has found a pickoff in the back lines, taking down what was on a fly. Now telekinesis up into the Queen of Pain's damage. General looking for the hook shot, lining it up. Where's he going to go for? No tail. Seb, do you need to hook shot Seb here? He's waiting for the leap so he can maybe jump with the arrow. He's so
Arrow.
able to jump in, blink aggressively, but no tail's ready with the Static Storm and Sumail in mid one. The damage spilling out. The main self-fuel to the warm, and the blink gets out of danger. Turns with a split blade. Mid one being cleared up. Has to self-fuel, but he's under 84 HP. One hit from a low amount. General catches Sumail, takes down the Naga Siren, and OG bleeding out. The aggression from FTM coming into play so swiftly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, Radiance on the Lifestealer. Like, you want to take a fight. Stolen Arrow connects 2 times. There was no song. Like, the items on OG is... they don't have it at the moment. Earthshaker's still 400 gold away from finishing his Blink Dagger. I don't think you can afford to get Boots of Travel on Leshrac at the moment. You need a another defensive item. Like, you might need to grab a BKB to tank things up.
Yeah, it's starting to feel that way. Especially against this General Clockwork with Blade Mail. He is just hookshotting in. You know, mentioned it in the draft. General Clockwork, very good at picking out these targets, and if he gets on top of the Leshrac, there really is no way to stand and fight, as No Tail walks up high ground. V-Tune says thank you very much, I'll take this one. General actually sniped it with a rocket flare there, but they've also got the ensnare and the hook shot under 3 with a supernova in the constant gun. OG trapped inside with a teamfight combo for FTM, beautifully executed. Seb does manage to leap out of danger, but my goodness, OG losing hero after hero as this aggression from FTM just never stops. They always have 4 or 5 heroes in the vicinity ready to fight OG at any given moment.
General with his Clockwork, 3-man cogs, that's one way to protect the egg. And they're not stopping, like, they're not giving OG time to recover. Alright, always gonna fly, is gonna die, doesn't matter that much. Static Storm is ready, this is a big kill.
It sure is, and there it is. Static Storm him up. V-Tune trapped inside. Saxa chain stunning the Lifestealer. A huge kill and a huge Echo Slam is going to bring him very low, but he's not dead just yet. V-Tune has a rage. He's going to walk it off. No way is he allowed to live
leaps. He's just too speedy. Phase boots. Let's check Leshrac. 390, 443 on Lifestealer. Queen of Pain without mana. Whew, man, I can't believe he lived there.
Just a few more clicks is all it would have taken. V-Tune somehow scrapes away with his life. Albert now almost complete for him. If there was ever a turning point in this game, it was right there. Lifestealer surviving, such a massive morale booster now for FTM. But ulti's back up again. Supernova in 20 seconds is not too long. As they catch Seb, telekinesis with a stolen splitter. They've got a hook shot to take down the Marana. He's got one leap, gets a little bit of distance. Oh my god, no!
Rocket.
They don't get the kill. Rocket flare. Absolutely right, Lacoste. You called it. General snipes it.
When you splitter, it's so easy to set things up. Almost no cast animation on it. Like we've talked about Rubik, it's such a good Rubik game. There's a lot of good spells to steal. Like Static Storm, pretty much whatever you steal is great in this game.
Smoke into smoke, No Tail, and left all alone. The jump from Queen of Pain, going to pop BKB, Iceberg. Aggressive onto mid one now, the song from Sumail. Sonic Wave dodged by the Yule Scepter there. Iceberg still to give chase. Well, he's very low on HP, but the rest of FTM joining in from the left-hand side, and Sumail now with no real way of escaping, trying to cut through trees, dodge his way out of here, and it looks like he's all right. They're not going to commit for it.
Still 8k gold lead. Like, at least OG stabilized a bit. They're getting the farm. The net worth is not increasing. Oh, Iceberg. After missing that ulti, like, I just want to lower the cooldown on it, going for Aghanim Sector, which I think is a correct play here. Already has a defensive item, enough mana sustain with the Yule Scepter and the bottle. It's such a tough Earthshaker game. You're playing against Clockwork, Lifestealer with the Radiance. You need to be careful about Supernova. You get close, Supernova might cancel your Blink Dagger.
So many things like Stolen Fissure, the ability for like Rubik, if he spots the Earthshaker, like recasting Telekinesis. Stolen Arrow now from Lower Dance. Also a massive threat.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
8k
attack.
down. Kill deficit as well. Siren getting spotted out, and a hookshot from General, catching Sumail very quickly, dispatching with the Naga Siren. This could be an opening for Roshan. They're going to telekinesis up the Mirana middle. There's a couple of leaps here. Will Scepter up, another arrow, there we go, chain stunned into oblivion, and a double kill for Iceberg.
It's OG, you know, but I still don't think they can make a comeback play. Yeah, we have Disruptor, Naga Siren combo, but everyone is so tanky at the moment. And straight into Roche Pit, that's also Disruptor. Like, he does not have any kind of farm to farm that Aghanim Scepter. Usually we see that, like, give him farm priority. If he gets Philosopher's Stone somehow, then it's a turning point. But Naga Siren, like, you don't really feel the influence of the hero at the moment. 0, 4, and 1 still needs a recipe to finish off the Fusel Blade, and once she gets that, like, I don't think they care too much. There's a ton of AoE to actually clear it. Rocket, Scream of Pain, Fade Bolt, you name it.
The timing of this pause exactly as Roshan died. Roshan is in his death throes, fall into the ground. Let's get grabbed up there by the Lifestealer. Now incredibly strong, almost 2000 HP with Halberd, Radiance, ton of mischance. Mid 1 and Saxa are lurking bottom. Mirana's also TPing down here. See if they can actually set something up. Seems like they're going to give up on the chase for a little bit.
It's almost full Axe on Queen of Pain with level 3 Sonic Wave. 600 pure AoE damage with the pushback. Also, Phoenix is level 13, which means level 2 Supernova. You know, things are serious when Seb, as offlane Mirana, buys Bracer as his 5th item.
Did Rubik just snipe that Helm Creep? Yeah, arrow from like max range. Snipes his Helm Creep, but yeah, Bracer on Mirana now going into BKB after the Helm of the Dominator. Progression stalled pretty significantly for that Marana. It's like Leshrac not going to go BKB look off. Still went in for the boost of travel, finished off Kaya. Stone queued up.
Bloodstone is an option.
Little Rubik there. Saxa with the Echo Slam. So expending a teamfight ulti for a pick-off on Aloha Dance. This really feels like they need to get more out of it. Hookshot off the mark from General.
Radiant's top tower is under
still
attack.
looking to scout any heroes out. Either way, but Sumail still kind of stuck here. Fox's illusion. With the pain coming in. Song and Nation cancel because Iceberg is BKB'd up. And he's going to throw the Sonic Wave here to finish off Sumail.
That was such a great play from Iceberg. He understands that there is Song, so he instantly pops a BKB, gets the kill on Sumail. I mean, OG can still farm up with the boost of travel on Leshrac, cut the waves, maybe they get the kill on one hero. You can see how aggressive Sumail is playing. They're grabbing the kills, he's cutting the waves, trying to buy some time so that Fly the Moon doesn't knock on their tier 2, tier 3 towers.
Yeah, trying to keep them on that opposite side of the map. Aegis, 4.5 minutes on it. Saxa found by both FTM supports though. Dragged into the claws of V2. Very happily takes up his medical streak. As well as top lane, Static Storm did come out, but the Yules cancels the TP of Leshrac, and Iceberg yet again helping out his team by aggressively playing with Jeffel, finding a core kill once more. Iceberg.
Very interesting talent choice. Level 20, not going for AoE Shadow Strike, instead goes for Spell Lifesteal. Once again, he's on top of Sumail.
And that arrow connected with the beat between the Pain. Iceberg just blinks aggressively forward. Sumail dropping. They're trying to chase down Seb. The Earthshaker cancels his TP, so Saxon not getting involved. One leap, 15-1 charges, attempt the
Dual Scepter.
Dual Scepter to cancel it out. And Iceberg's ready here with a low dance to chain stun down the Mirana. And another great successful chaining of kills as FTM find them every pickoff they need. V-Tune still pushing bottom lane, and they've got all the time in the world.
So this is why Iceberg left his pub game, so he can go godlike against OG. Well, can't really blame him. He's having such a great game. 16, 2, and 5 at the moment, going for Shiva's Guard. I'm wondering why he decided to go for Spell Lifesteal. Like, no, I've never seen anyone pick that talent lately. Maybe against the Naga Illusions, you use it on multiple targets, so you get some of the HP portion back from using Scream of Pain. But it feels like it's much better to have AoE Shadow Strike. Like Naga Siren uses Mirror Image, you just slow down all the illusions.
Yeah, definitely an interesting choice. It must be tied in with his Aghanim's purchase, right? Like he buys the Ags and then he goes for the 25% lifesteal talent. Feels like they kind of go hand in hand in Iceberg's mind. Line drawn by FTM saying, right, close the net around the little OG fishies. Try and trap them in their base. Someone needs to go and cut bottom wave. Yeah, look at that. Pings come out from Aloha Dance saying, we missed it, guys. We didn't cut the wave. So Leclerc's going to get a good shove onto the bottom tier 2. And it doesn't look like FTM want to commit to the high ground because Aegis expiring in 10 seconds. Definitely something OG keeping their eyes on and they know the timing of. Going back. Staircases to hold that high ground.
Invisibility.
Rubik mirror image. Little illusions wandering around that can potentially scout things out. Iceberg is invisible here. The male. Gets mount it off. Shadow Strike connecting with an illusion.
Bottom tower is under
Nice arrow onto the Queen of Pain. OG not in a position to take the fight there.
Rock it on.
Look at the neutral items, Gary. Lifestealer, Paladin Sword. More healing, more lifesteal, more amplifying healing and the lifesteal on top of Heaven's Halberd.
Amplifying that feast. OG do still have that ace up their sleeve though.
is under attack.
Song into Static Storm with Blink Echo. Team fight to defend their base is very potent, and that's what FTM are scared of right now. So they're not going up high ground, they're just keeping these waves on the doorstep of OG.
Tower is under attack.
Sumail just
Still someone has to deal with bottom though.
2 creep waves, one on the mid, one on the bottom lane.
Mirana also farming down south. Very close to finishing off her BKB. DM grab up the outpost. Even more neutral items popping up.
Shadow.
OG smoking towards top lane. Iceberg is alone here. Goes back for the neutral item and that could be a problem. Their kinetic field fisher don't land. The blink away from the Queen of Pain. Perfect. TP from General coming to the outpost. He completes it and he wants to sit around and fun here because he's got V-Tune arriving. Hook shot connecting with mid-block. Trapped now inside the cogs. Looks back from Hotel with a self-fuel. Flashback tries to get out of the cogs. Queen of Pain still give chase though. Aggressive blink yet again with a Shadow Strike as V-Tune has shredded No-Tail, who tried to give his life to save mid-one, but it looks like he's going to die regardless. The godlike Queen of Pain easily takes him down. And V-Tune's going to die Fountain. V-Tune's back behind him.
Control your players, Iceberg.
Radiant's bottom tower.
Don't dive the fountain right now. Like, you can just take it very slow. Another Sonic will be ready in 15 seconds.
And then you've got Saxon. No Blink Echo Slam for you. Rage through the Fisher and the arrow does connect onto Iceberg.
Radiant's bottom
But OG with 3 heroes down, Naga Siren still pushing bottom lane. They don't have an answer for this FTM push.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
It's a free set of racks. Yeah, they can't defend it. Sumail TPing back. They have a setup, but it's a static storm without Aghanim Scepter. It's not gonna do that much.
Has fallen. Dire's structures are fortified.
Tier 3 mid very low as well. As a heart finished off for Sumail.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh, quickening charm. Give that to Queen of Pain. Like she's going all in on the cooldown reduction. It's such a strong build. Like, you get Octarine next item. This is what you get to the co-op. It doesn't have anything queued up, but you have cooldown reduction talent on 15, you have a neutral item, then you get one more, and she's very close to being level 25. In the next 5 minutes, she's gonna get it. That's the strongest talent in the game.
Definitely feels that way. Some of the strongest neutral items here that FTM could have dreamed for. Philosopher's Stone for Phoenix. They've got Telescope after the Keen Optic on Rubik, so he gets his straight upgrade. Quickening Charm Quap, you mentioned. Paladin Sword on Lifestealer. Clockwork is still holding up the clumsy net, opting to not take up, the Vambrace, for example. So it seems like he wants that additional bit of lockdown to try and catch them out. The Moonlight Shadow, but a jump in. Immediately from FTM, finding the Naga Siren, and Sumail has been obliterated. FTM so quick off their mark, they see a target, they take him down, and 60 seconds without your Sumail Naga now.
Roche will respawn in a second. Light a Moon. Maybe they just wanna try to poke, see if Sumail has buyback. He just heavily committed getting that heart. They don't know if he has it or not. It's very hard to judge how much gold Naga Siren can farm. Gem on general. I already used that one, but we can call him Gemeral right now. I still find it funny. Iceberg gets another one.
Saxa does have buyback. Echo Slam still for one though. 5 heroes from FTM up onto this tier 3.
Dire's middle tower.
Very swiftly destroying the structures of OG. Static Storm does catch out the Lifestealer, but he bashes mid one and left us dead for a minute. Now he's there. The Echo Slam does very
back.
V-Tune just stands his ground and battles through everything OG has. Down goes No Tail to Iceberg's Queen of Pain. One more screen will do the trick. In general, he's got the Lifestealer arrow there for the Blade Mail to try and turn back some of this damage. What's the Lifestealer like? Yeah, full HP. He's going to pop out. Arrow. Ooh, sidestep, but no!
That's Marana.
Sam, Sumail opens up his teammate to get him taken down as V-Tune rages and GG's called. The first loss here for OG in the group stage up against FTM. Surprise!
I've been really impressed by the V-Tune, the way he plays. Maybe not that game of Phantom Lance where he missed bought the items, but just in general, they look very solid as a team. He looks like the perfect fit. Also, Iceberg. It seems like he